Hi friends, this is Surya and I will tell about the Delta PLC programming. Okay, so the Delta PLC programming is very easy. So first I will tell to start up. So which are the softwares we will use to programming or two types to program two softwares. Number one WPL soft 2.42 and ISP soft. So mainly use WPL software for all types of the Delta PLCs. So this will be very easy to programming. Okay, so let's start with WPL soft. WPL soft softwares which is very easy to programming. In this WPL soft, mainly two types of programming languages is used. There are number one ladder diagram and structural test. Most of the persons which will be used ladder diagram because it will be very easy to programming. Okay, so first we will practice with the WPL soft. After we will perfect on the WPL soft, we will next go to the ISP software. So look up to the WPL software. So then that will be new programming. Okay, so next one is open which will be from the PLC or which will you will be saved on the file folder. Okay, programming title, which type of the program title you want to give it on the programming title. Next model type is PLC and PLC type which will be model of the PLC SX2 SV2. This will be which is including with the inputs outputs variants and transistor output and relay outputs which will be vary with the type of the PLC. Then file name, though which you will be required the file name. This will be saved as a file name which you are given to the file name. Then you will see the ladder diagram and instruction list mode. Okay, so mainly WPL software which will be discussed with the two types of the programming languages of the PLC, that is a ladder diagram and instruction list. Okay, so this will be useful for the programmers who are beginners and intermediate. You will see the instruction list mode when you will be programming the project with the ladder diagram. This will be converted into the instruction list mode after you will completion of the ladder diagram of your project. Okay, mainly these two are used in WPL soft. So the file size of the software WPL soft is very low, like 70 MB. it will be very low, and this will be free to programming and upload and download to the PLC, very easy. So first you will be required the programming cable for the PLC. So we will discuss after some after lessons which cable will be suitable for the programming of the PLC to upload and download. So programming languages are mainly 5 types. There are LD and IL, ST, SFC and FBD. So what means of LD means the ladder diagram, and IL means the instructional list, and the ST means structural test, SFC means sequential functional chart, and FBD means functional block diagram. So mainly 4 types of the PLC programming languages are there. So some PLC softwares are which will be used the programmings. Okay, because of that some communication will be right only with the instructional list and something. So then we will discuss about the WPL soft, about ladder diagram. So these are programming languages. Next I will tell to you some shortcuts which is used to the programming of the ladder diagram in WPL soft. So this is the project view in the your left bar. Okay, how to get project mode, why, what is the use, then what's your first time of the user to download WPL software, you will does not see project view on the left bar, left screen. Because of that it is go to the workspace, view mode workspace, then communication will be tick. So you will untick the communication and tick mark the project view, then you will see that the left side project view. So in this project view the system block is there. What means of system block, which will be inputs, outputs and status bits and auxiliary bits is there. So I will explain what is this bits and why is used. So and also retentive range is there. What's the meaning of retentive range is that when you want to don't lose your data with power loss, so you will need to use the retentive range counters and etc. When the power will be gone, the data will not lost due to it is the retentive range. That means it will does not lost data with power loss. So next what's meaning of the M512 means the auxiliary bit, memory bit. Okay, that means inbuilt your PLC has memory bits. Next C means the counter bits, counter bit which is used to counting the inputs and outputs etc. S means the status bit, which means which will be used your next level programming. Next D means the data register which will be stored the data, that means the analog and etc counting bits etc. X means x0 to x7 and x10 to x17, that means these is the inputs bits, local input bits. Okay, so hardware bits. Next Y means outputs, hardware outputs, that is relay output or transistor output etc which will be used you. Okay, so after that retentive range, memory bits, counters and status bits and data registers, these are the retentive range for the PLCs given the above. Okay, then you will go to the then you will go start up with the basic inputs and outputs etc. Then so you will choose that mainly the programming deals with NO and NCs
data registers comparisons is there. So I will tell to you some shortcuts which will be used in the WPL soft and home run PLCs. So LD means the NO and LDI means the NC. It does not need to select the status bar. Out means the output latch, and set means that the bit will be set long time, which you will need to reset button to stop the output. Okay, so these shortcuts are which is very useful for the programming of WPL soft. Then so LD means the NO bit. NO bit, that means this will be on when you are 24 volts. That means when you press the push button NO on button, the 24 volts from the source to the PLC input X0 will come, then the NO which will be converted as a NC. So okay, next when you receive the X0, the output Y0 will be on. That is you done a programming that type. So there is no interlock and there is no stop button to this. So LDI means NCX1 set a Y0. So that means set means the output Y0 will be continuously on without you pressing Y0. Okay, the reset button which is used to stop the output Y0. Okay, so LDP means rising edge of the X0. So what's meaning of the rising edge and falling edge? These are plays a very critical role on the counting and some of the analog values, etc. etc. LDP means the rising edge and falling edge. Okay, next lesson we will discuss the rising edge and falling edge and how these will be useful and plays a main role on programming. Okay, so next the PLC software inbuilt which will be available the simulator. Okay, and the compiler means this will be we will study in a C language and C language for the compiling the programming. PLC also require the compiler to the this also a programming. Okay, so that's why this will be required the compiler to any errors and any faults is available in the programming. This will be evaluate where the errors will be available. Okay, when errors is available, then shows in the bottom of the programming line, show the errors in lines, rungs, etc. etc. So see the compiling completes. When the errors is available, then show the errors where the rungs 0, 1, 2, 4, the rungs which will be any false errors available, then show this. Next, why the simulator will be used? When we don't have any PLC hardware system, how do we know the programming will be correct, our project will be correct? So when we have a simulator, then we will simulate this with inputs and outputs, etc. what we will have, what we will require, then we will simulate that by using of the simulator inbuilt given the WPL soft. We will simulate the programming, then we will find out any errors or any outputs will be on delayly or any outputs will be on fastly without we are requiring. So that's why we are very useful by using of the simulator. Okay, and also we will work in a home with a simulator without any PLC hardwares. Only we will need a PLC software in our personal PC or professional PC. Does not require any PLC hardware. So the local input does not on individually by using of the set on. We will require to the local on selector. Okay, by on and off local inputs outputs. See this, the y0 will be on due to because of the x0 set, x1 sets. Okay, this will be off by using of the reset button of the y0. Okay, these are the basic startup for the WPL soft. Thank you for watching. For more updates, see the channel. Any doubts in programming and any your workplace, please comment. I will help you. Thank you.